Fact of the matter is that the Russians were in communications with the Trump administration.
Good evening.
We know
Tonight,
there's clear evidence
I have
that Russians were
made a
emailing back
decision
and forward,
to
with
come
Trump's
forward
son-in-law, with other
as a Democrat
advisors in the administration
and
that were
as
trying to reach
a
out
citizen
time
and request that we do get Jeff Sessions to appoint a second special counsel. Actually, I really, in my own heart, feel that the first counsel should be dismissed because the special counsel, Mr. Mueller, was FBI director when the conspiracy to sell uranium, 20% of the U.S. uranium, to a Russian-controlled company that originated in Canada and was approved during the Obama administration, which is a conspiracy and treason in itself. I can't believe that we be investigating a collusion which is not a criminal charge and not have prosecuted anyone for the conspiracy that took place within the FBI, the Department of Justice, and the Obama administration itself. And this is all not a matter of question, it's a matter of facts that we all know now as a general community in the whole United States. And the fact is that we do need a special counsel to investigate the conspiracy to destroy the integrity of our security organizations in this country, starting from Congress, starting from the Department of Justice, the FBI with the conspiracy, the McCabe, Storks, Page, Rice, Powers admitted that 260 requests for unmasking. Powers, no less than the United States ambassador to the United Nations, admitted to the fact that those 260 email requests for unmasking were not provided by her. Well, who was allowed to use the United States ambassador to the United Nations email to request unmasking? That is in itself a total crime, the crime of treason, a crime of conspiracy to destroy the integrity of our most trustful institutions in this country. Therefore, again, Congress has requested from Mr. Sessions that a second special counsel be appointed. Mr. Mueller, you're a contaminated, tainted individual. You hired $8 or $9 million attorney donors to the Hillary campaign to be part of your staff in this investigation. You hired as top investigators for the special counsel, Mr. Strauss and his girlfriend, Page, an attorney for the FBI. How can it be? You moved them laterally, you didn't fire them, you moved them laterally after knowing of their conspiracy, you moved them laterally so it would not be known that they were fired. And they came from that conspiracy of McCabe and all of them with Comey and yourself within the FBI institution. I cannot trust the outcome, any outcome of anything you're doing, because you have not done anything to bring the truth forward for the American people. Therefore, I hereby solemnly request that a second counsel be appointed, because we need to know what happened with that visa warrant when the dossier was provided. But more than that, we had a first judge who was provided with this documentation for the secret visa court in July, and he would not put his name to that FBI warrant request. He turned it down. May 19, 2016, an appointee of Obama as a judge, appointed to the FISA court on May 19, 2016. In July, the warrant request, 2016, was turned down by the first judge, Mr. Rudolph Contreras, attorney, judge for the FISA court, an Obama appointee, approved it in October of 2016, 4 months after its appointment to the FISA court. Therefore, the other three further requests after that were just cookie cutters right out of the FISA court. We need to know what happened that the first judge who received the warrant request from the FBI would not put his name to it, and why 2 months later a new appointed judge to the FISA court, Rudolph Contreras, who I believe is part of the conspiracy, signed his name on to the first request, and then on it's just all downhill. Therefore, again, a second counsel is needed because we need to investigate those 260 emails from Powers for unmasking requests. We need to investigate the uranium sale. 20% of our uranium sold to Russians during the Obama administration. Part of the Obama administration conspiracy to fund enemy countries, to open up with Maxine Waters during the worst financial crisis in California. Maxine Waters took the Black Caucus to Cuba to meet with her nice newfound friend Raul Castro, and to say that he was such a nice person, a criminal of 60 years assassinating the people of Cuba, and then you say you would like to have him for a neighbor. I would love to have him moving to your house. Mrs. Waters, you're a conspirator. You should be judged for treason for going to Cuba to advance the Obama administration funding of foreign countries. Also, Obama, $2 billion to our enemy country, Iran, $150 million cash in an airplane to a foreign country who's funding our enemies. Funded Russia with the uranium, funded Cuba, opening a travel to Cuba and open negotiations and businesses with Cuba, providing funds for North Korea, providing funds for Iran, $2 billion to Iran, so that they can assassinate our military in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, in Syria, and everywhere. You should all be ashamed. I am a registered Democrat, and I am changing parties because there is no new Democratic Party, like President Reagan once said when leaving the Democratic Party. I did not leave the parties left me. Thank you very much. Second counsel request. We, the people of the American people of the United States, we request a second counsel appointment to investigate, starting from Mueller himself, starting from the $1 million donors to the Hillary campaign, starting from the 104. How can Hillary say that Russians are coming when Hillary, a foundation, the Clinton Foundation, received a pay-to-play $145 million from Putin's associates to the Clinton Foundation? $145 million. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please. And Mr. Clinton went to Russia, not his first time, because they conspired with the Russians for the last 60 years at least. I know. Hillary, remember you went to cut sugarcane to Cuba for free to volunteer for the communist anti-United States government of Cuba, and you went there to cut sugarcane, and you've been to Russia even to burn the American flag. Please, $500,000 to Mr. Clinton to go to Russia to do what? To give a speech? Pay to play. Second counsel appointment to investigate the Clinton matters. Thank you very much. Yes, that matters. Thank you.
Delco, BYB, and any under $50.
Plus, every story.